So when it comes to No Cover, there's really 2 main characters, 4 more, supporting, and the rest are just recurring cast. Obviously, the main 2 are Randy and Marshall.
Sexplosion, 2 B's.
We're not calling the band Sexplosion.
Comes out later.
How many poems did you write?
Like 12 pages.
You write poems?
Yeah.
What the hell is this? You keep your Lisa Frank stickers in here?
You already know quite a bit about them. Next most common character is my character, David, who plays the band manager.
Why do we even have rules like this if you're not going to follow them? Post-it notes show people that we have class.
David's sarcastic. He's a little bit, not dark, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Sleazy.
A little sleazy.
Fuck me if I'm wrong, but have we met before?
And he's constantly on the prowl for women.
Women.
For him and the band.
For him and the band.
You know, speaking of slots, I could probably get you an audition.
But, he's also got, like a streak of loyalty to him, especially when it comes to, like his previous bandmate, Joe.
A little bit to see that you've been gaining weight.
Played by Tyler Veselka, who really embodies the craziest aspects of the rock and roll lifestyle.
So what do you got?
Specifically drugs, alcohol, and microwaving cats.
They're fine with all the coke and strippers and booze in the world, and you microwave 1 house cat.
Oh! Joe, let's play a little game called Don't Fucking Talk About That right now.
Okay. And then JB's character, Fable, kind of, I mean, if Tyler represents the drugs and rock and roll part, Fable definitely represents the sex and rock and roll aspects.
And you tell it how it is.
I do.
But what else can you do?
Well, I hook up with really hot chicks. Lots of them. Quite often.
He's just this oversexed, well-endowed character.
They call me Fable.
Because your dick's a legend, I've heard.
And then the last member of the 6 people who make up the main cast is Kelsey, played by Michelle Hawkins, who is the assistant manager to David.
Not that bad, David. Do you want me to cheer you up? Do you want a chocolate bar?
And then there's a lot of supporting characters in the show who make repeat appearances. Most common is the members of Stony Island Drive, the rival band, which consists of Derek, just thinks Marshall's a terrible, terrible douchebag. And Marshall sort of thinks the same about him. And so he gets together a bunch of people that were cut from their auditions, including Lobo, the drummer who wouldn't stop drumming and who really doesn't have all that much to say.
It's kind of how he is in real life.
Yeah, kind of like how he is in real life. Matt Roncarati, who plays an evangelical bassist.
That's not me playing my instruments, that's Jesus Christ. You know, speaking
who
of...
does not get along with Joe at all, for obvious reasons, thinks he's a Satanist.
I'm sure you've heard of the Bible before. Well, if you haven't, I actually have something for you right here. This right here, that's the word right there. A lot of our
and
lyrics...
finally, the only member of Stony Island Drive who does not play themselves, Ted Mater, who plays Stage Dive.
Other handicapped people have rocked too, you know, Ray Charles rocked harder than most other people on the damn planet.
Whose full name, which isn't revealed in season 1, is Chemo Stage Dive Polwiatsky.
Hey guys, I wish someone had told me to wear some plaid.
And then there's other, like great supporting cast members that we've had. Boogie, who played himself as a dancer auditioning for the band. Chantel Bird, who played a female drummer, also auditioning for the band, who didn't actually drum. The drumming that you hear Chantel doing is actually Lobo. In fact, all of the drumming that you hear is Lobo because JB really also doesn't play drums. So another character who has a lot of seemingly small parts, but part of a larger mythology is Aaron, who appears, like at different moments talking to David, talking to Derek, talking to Fable. We're going going to be sort of building it up in the second season. And so that's going to be interesting. Keep an eye on that. And then finally we have Sophie, who isn't introduced until the very last episode of the season.
We're not working. Me, you, this thing.
Who plays Marshall's manipulative ex.
Play me a song, okay?
Who in real life is dating Matt Lee, who is our director of photography, who plays the stage manager
for 5 seconds.
For 5 seconds in the finale.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope that this has been educational and informative to the process of creating the show. And hopefully we'll be keeping up these shenanigans next season. Send money if you want. And thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And don't forget, No Cover Wednesdays on cluster1.tv.